Hello. So from today we were starting the Python lecture series. In this lecture series, we will be starting from Unit 1, which will be dealing with basics of Python programming language. I will teach what is a programming language, types of programming language. Gradually, we will learn about variables, data types, and all other things. Then in the coming lessons, you will learn about various data types in an exhaustive manners like list, tuple, set, and all other things. Then I will teach you how to create function. Then I will teach you object-oriented programming, and finally we will end this series with basics of file handling. So let's start our video. So let me teach you what's Python. Setting up programming environment. So in the last video, I had taught how to install Python in Windows. So you can follow this tutorial which I have given here, or you can refer to my last video. I will be providing the link of last video in the description box. So let's start with Python. So I hope the screen is clearly visible to you. So before I start, I want to give very basic information. It's so in Python, so you can make a single line comment by using the hash key, that is hash over here, and similarly you can make a comment multiple line comment, that is also known as doc string, by triple quote. You can write here comments. So why I am teaching this in the very beginning of the video, because I will be using VS Code to write the codes for write and all other things, and definitely for executing the programming as well, program as well. So let's start with this. What's a programming language? Why was programming language invented? So if I give you a task to print the sum of first 10 natural numbers, so it will be very easy. You will go like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, and you will go till 10. Similarly, if I will give you to print the sum of first 100 natural numbers, you can print this as well. But what if I give you the print the sum of 1,000 natural numbers? Then it will take a long time. I know you can use arithmetic progression in this question, but it will also take a lot of time. So now another example. If I say you write the multiplication table of 71, you will go like 71 into 1 is equals to 71, 71 into 2 is equals to the, you will write the product over here. So it will also take a long time. So programming language basically automates the task. It helps us to do the task in an easy manner. So there are types of programming language. Types of, let me write here itself so you can find in the notes. So types of programming language we will be learning. So basically there are three types of programming language. First is low level programming language. Then comes medium level programming language, and finally comes high level programming language. These are the types of programming language. So what's low level programming language? In low level programming language, you will use mnemonics. So example of what's mnemonics you will be asking. So like for addition you will be write add and some other things. So example of low level programming language is assembly language. There is also medium level programming language like C. C is a medium level programming, and then comes high level programming language like C++, Python. So how will we differentiate between all things? A low level, and before it comes machine level, binary. So machine level programming language is not a machine level language. It's not a programming language. It's just a language through which computer understands the instruction that we provide. So whenever we will be providing any instruction over here, so it will convert to machine level code, and then it can process. So I was talking about this low level machine level. So it is the language through which computer understands, and it's consists of zero and ones. So every instruction will change into zeros and ones. For example, if we write something two or one, so it will convert to zero, one, zero, 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 or any other format. When you talk about low level programming language, so low level programming language uses mnemonics. So like short forms you can understand. And talking about medium level programming language, so medium level programming language is neither way too complex nor too easy. So it will be a blend of both low level and high level. So it's kind of, if you have worked on C programming language, so we can find that it's not that easy as Python, not that difficult as assembly language. Then comes high level programming language. High level programming language is very easy to English. As we talk about daily life English, so it's very similar. So for example, print. So print will definitely directly print over here. So it's very similar to English. So I'm writing yes, similar to English. Very easy to understand. So high level programming language is very similar to English. The syntax. So what is syntax? So syntax is the method with which you will be the writing the program. So it's the set of rules, rules for writing program. Rules I'm writing over here. Syntax. Rules for coding. And it is easy to understand. So Python is a high level programming language. So it's easy to understand. It's very similar to daily English. So you will face very less difficulty with respect to learning other programming language. So let's start. So right now I taught you that machine understands only binary, that is zeros and ones, only these two things. So we will be writing Python code. For example, let me write a very simple Python code. Print we learning Python. So what happens when we will write here? We are learning Python. Python? Can our system understand whatever system we are using? Let's consider we are using Mac OS or Linux or Windows. Anything? Can it understand? Then the answer is no. It cannot understand. So in order to convert the language that we have written the code, that is either low level program language, machine level, sorry, low level medium level or high level, we will need any two how to convert program. Now comes how to convert the code to machine understandable form. Now the question asks this: how will a machine understand कि भाई ये करना है? How will it do? So it has two ways: either compiler, and the second is interpreter. So what are these two fancy words? So let me explain. Compiler is something that will convert the whole program. That let's say we had written here something more print learning. I am learning how to. So what happens when? What's the difference between compiler and interpreter? I am giving a very easy example. How to play basketball. So here we have written three lines. So let us remove the extra lines so that it will be easy to you understand the code. So line number one, we have written we are learning Python. Line number two, we have written we are learning how to cook. And line number three, we are learning how to play basketball. So what's the difference between these three? Compiler, it converts the code to machine language in one go. One go. One go means it will convert the whole program directly to executable. So if let's say you had error in line number 3, so it had some error. Okay, let's say it has some error. So if you will use compiler, you cannot find any output. But if you will use interpreter, so in interpreter there is line by line conversion to machine language. So if you will use interpreter, so there will be line by line converting. So it will check line number one. If line number one has any mistakes or any syntax error, so mistakes and syntax errors are seen. So if you remember, I just now said that what is syntax? So syntax is the rule, the rules that will be used in a programming language that we need to follow. For example, if you are studying in a university or a school, so there is some rules that you need to wear the ID card when you come to school. If you are not wearing the ID card, you will not be allowed. Okay, forget that. So let's say some easy rule. If you are studying in school, let's say you are studying in KV. So if you are studying in KV, you need to wear the uniform of KV. If you are not wearing the uniform of KV, you are wearing the uniform of some other school, so you won't be allowed to enter your school. So same things in programming language as well. You need to follow a set of rules, and that is called syntax. So let me go now again here to the topic we are discussing. How will machine understand? So there are two ways. Compiler. So compiler, it will change the whole program to executable. Make sure that there is no mistake in any number of lines to get the desired output. But when you talk about interpreter, so it will go check line number one. Okay, it's fine. It's correct. Then it will then jump to line number two. Let's see, it is correct or not. Okay, it's correct. Then let's print the output. So it will print, and here it will go. Let's say I had made a mistake in line number three. Then it will say, oh no, there is some mistake in line number three. So it cannot print line number three. I hope you got it. Some basic things. So let's now move forward. So compiler in one time, interpreter line by line. So let's go now. I hope you have been solving maths. So what's 2 plus 2? It's 4. What's 2 by 2? It's 4. What's 2 by 5? It's 2.5. Isn't it? So you cannot divide 2 in a perfect manner among two people. Either you need one people or five people. That's called basic factorization, if you know. So 5 is equals to 5 into 1. So 5 into 1. So you can either divide 5 among 5 people or 1 people. Then each one of them get perfect number without decimal. So there are values. So if you remember, this 4 is integer. Just in maths you have studied. And this 2.5 is what? 2.5 is a decimal. I hope you are getting. So same way over here also variables. So what are variables? I hope in maths you study x is equals to 10. So what is x plus 2? What's that? So you will put the value assigned in x in this expression, and you will find 10 plus 2 is equals to 12. So x plus 2 is 12. You get the answer. So in a similar manner here as well, value is fundamental piece of data that your program works with. So what's the value? So 4, 10, 12, 2.5, these are all value. If I you say your what's your name? Name is equals to, let's say your name is, let's say your name is Mohit. So your name is Mohit Singh. So what's your name? Your Mohit Singh. So it's a value that your name variable will be assigned. So what's variable? So variable is an identifier. Identifier are the things that computer gets. Means these are the things that computer will be using during the program execution. So every value has a type, which does Python with data type. Okay. So by here you can see that 4 is an integer, 2.5 is an decimal number. So that decimal number in programming language we call it float. Then what's Mohit Singh? Mohit Singh is a character. It's a string. You can say that what's your name? So let's change the name to James. What's your name? So your name is James. You can say that James is an alphabet, but no, James is not an alphabet. It's a set of characters that alphabets, and in set of characters we say that string in programming language. So I hope you are getting a good idea. So every value has a type. So I just discussed the types here. Integer, whole number without decimal. So I said here 4, 2, these are all integers. So let me show you implement as well. So as we will be moving forward, I will keep teaching some of the basic things that will help you to enhance your programming skill. So there is a type function. Type function for now just understand function is something that returns some value. Type function gives the data type of the thing of the identifier. So let's remove all this. Let's create a new file, check2.py, and here we will be learning very little things. So x is equals to 10. So we will be printing the type, print type x. Py dot lect2.py. So it's class integer. So integer is anything. For example, if you are not getting, let me give a very brief example so that you can. Whatever integers the same as 0, -1, -1, 0, 1, 2. These are all example of integers, whole numbers without decimal point. So it's basically saying a whole number, but it's not true. It will include zero plus everything. Just you should not have decimal. Must integer. So I am writing here must not include decimal. I hope you are getting it. Then comes floating number. What's floating number are same as decimal numbers. I thought you while it's teaching you 5 divided by 2. Wait, now let's divide 10 among 8 people. So how will you divide 10? Let's give a new variable 10 divided by 8. Print. So it's 1.25. So let's find the data type of this y. Let me see. Let us just, I guess there is some sort of issue with this. Y is supposed to print the y type. Oh, I'm not printing this. I need to print this as well. Print y. So now it will work. So now the data type is float. You can see over here. So moving forward, so float is that has a decimal. That's all. A string, a sequence, if it's a string, and string we will denote by str. String is a sequence of character text that I thought it's means you can say collection. It's a collection of characters. Must be enclosed in single quote or double quote. For example, hello, Python, and these are all strings. So uh, anything, anything inside quotes, anything. So here it's not anything. It means one, two, three, or whatever we are taking. So let me close this one. So anything, whichever you will write, whatever you will write inside the quotes. So one, two, three, or one, two, three, or A, B, C, or anything, some special characters, mod, and all other things. So it will be string, quote, single quote, or double quote. Make sure to not get confused between these two things. Now, for example, I am giving you a question. What's the data type of this? If I will print type, what will be printed? Give a guess. If you are thinking it will get integer, so let's see. I need to print this as well. So it's class string. So if any of you were saying that it will be integer, so it was wrong because I just now explained that whatever between the quotes will always return the data type as string. So let's move forward. So this very same thing is written over here. Let's go through it. Variables. What are variables? So variables are labeled container or box which you can use to store value. For example, here let's use some variable x. So num. What's num? Num. We will include some number 1, 2, 3. So num variable is storing 1, 2, 3 right now. So let's change that to 1. Num is now having 1. So let's print this. Print num. So the value that is stored by the num variable gets printed. So if we will change the value to 1, 2, 3, or let's say 77, So now it will return 7. So why it is returning 7? Now say name. In name, let's say our name is James. So now name is having James. So let's see what's get printed. So James we are getting. Let's write someone else name, Alice. So now we will be getting Alice over here. So we just so so variables are label container or box where you can store value. So you create a variable by giving it a name. For example, let's change to student name, Alice. Okay. Uh, so it's written as, so this is the variable name. So this part, the student name is what variable name. Okay, I'm writing. Uh, I'm writing here itself. The student name is the variable name, and equal to that we are using over here. So equal to will help to assign the value. Means alias is stored in student. Did you understand? And what's alias? So alias is the value that is stored. So same example over here. Name x is equals to 10. So x is the variable name. Equal to is used for assigning that yes, x is holding the value. And what value is x holding? Then it's 10. Name, you will talk about the name, then alias. Similar way, pi 3.14. So what is pi? Pi is variable name. 3.14 is the data. So the if you will ask that what's the data type of 3.14, that it's float. So make sure in Python the equal to sign is not a mathematical equal to. For example, if you remember, if you will write x is equal to x plus 2. So if you will solve normal maths, then you will say, buddy, just cancel x. X it will get cancelled from here. For example, let me write notes. It's taking some time. So for example, if you will write x x plus uh, x is equals to x plus 2, if you will write something, so in normal maths we will just cancel out this x, so x gets cancelled, so nothing is equal to 2. But when you will be dealing with Python, so it does not work, or any other programming language, so it does not work this manner. So what happens here, that the variable x is holding the value of this very thing. I hope you are understanding right now. So this is the thing that is written here. So x में अब x plus 2 का value store होगा in layman terms if you want to get. So this will not work, to be honest, if until and unless you won't assign the value to x. So let's say x is equals to 10. So now it's the value of x is equals to 10 plus 2, which is 12. I hope you are getting now. So that's what written over there. So mind-blowing example, x is equals to x plus 1. So if x is currently 10, Python looks from the right side. So it will look from this side, that x plus 1 calculates 10 plus 1. So it's 11, then puts 11 in the variable x. Now x becomes 11. That's how you update variable. So just now, by this example, we learned about updating the type updating the value of a variable. So here x was 10, but now x will hold the value of x plus 2. So x plus 2, that's 10 plus 2, so that's 12. So if we will now print the value of the variable x, so it must print 12. Let's implement this very same thing. So x is equals to 10, x is equals to x plus 2, print x. So let's see what it prints. So it's print 12. So I hope if you haven't noticed how to run a program, so I will be teaching that as well. So just below your escape that is located in the extreme left of the keyboard or trackpad, whatever, or the laptop inbuilt keyboard, whatever you are using, there will be escape button. So below that there will be a not symbol. So it will be kind of this. You need to press that and control together. So it will open terminal. This very thing is known as terminal, and that over there you can write Python dot Python and the file name, whatever file name you are creating. For example, it's lec2, so we write lec2 dot py, or you can also write a py. So that's an acronym for Python, lec2 dot py. It will print the very same thing. So I hope I had forgot to say you that. Although many of you will go through f pipe uh, start without debugging, I hope that works as well. Let me just have a look. Yes, that works as well. But as you are learning computer science and engineering or any applied stream, I highly will suggest you to go through this process control plus not, that opens terminal. And for example, later you will be learning C and C++. So for C++ you need to write G++. That G++ is the compiler. So Python is an interpreted language, and compiler C are all compiled language. So I will so let's implement that as well. For example, print today is today is a great day. Print my name is Sham. Print jolly going to market. And right now I said that in order to be a string, we need to have a double quotes. So I have removed double quotes from the third line, so it's not a string right now. So let's implement. Let's see if it works. So when you see that the last line, line number 3, didn't get printed. I think I need to. It shows the error. So if you change the error, if you do it fine, then you can find this. And if you will be keeping the error, then you can find that it is again creating the issue. So I hope you got it. We dealt with the variable part. Now we will be doing variable name. So the rules for naming a variable. Just like I was saying the example that you need to follow some rules whenever you will go to school. If you are going to KV, you need to wear the KV uniform, and if you are going to some other school, that you need to wear the uniform of that very school. So now let's start doing this. So there are some rules, some set of rules for naming a variable. So it name must start with A to Z, or capital A to Z, or an underscore. So for example, name is equals to Sham, name is equals to Sham, name is equals to James, or name is equals to James. So this name is equals to James. won't be. Let me just have a look. I'm supposed to print underscore. Let's see if this works. So it works. So there are you can either start a variable name with a capital letter or a small letter or underscore. This very symbol is known as underscore. So we have already learned this one. The rest of the name may contain letter, number, or underscore. That's no. So we now we can write name one, name two, name three. So no issue in that. There must be no space or special characters are allowed. If you will try to give a space, so it will fetch a name error as variable. As it's not the rule how to define a variable, you can't give any special character and all such. Uh, mm, Make sure that name and name. So right now we had given to very beautiful thing. So name. So our name, the variable with small n has Sam and the variable with capital N has James. So if we will print the value stored in small, it must print Sam and with capital it must print James. So let's have a look at that. So the small gets printed, so it's Sam. Then the capital gets printed, then it's James. So this two name and name is not equal. I hope you get it. Then they're case sensitive. Case sensitive is basically that capital capital letter is not not. I hope it's clear now, so that you can read. Choose meaningful names. As you will be working here, so it's advisable to choose meaningful names. If you don't do so, then there are very high chances that you can struggle later in order to find the variable that you were using. So it's very advisable to give proper names. For example, if you will give here instead of name one, we are given dog is equals to Sam. So it will work. It will definitely work. It's not that it won't work, but it's not advisable. Though program won't restrict you from executing, it will definitely work. But whenever you will be working in any form, it's not advisable to use this. Then comes reserved word. What are reserved words? Keywords are special words that Python has already reserved for its own use. You cannot use this as variable name. If you do so, Python will give you a syntax error. So syntax error, rule error, common keywords are if, else, elif, while, for, def, return, import, from, class, true, and all other things. We will be learning all about everything in coming classes. Just stay tuned, and I will be teaching all this very thing. So let's just have a look. True is equals to sham. So true syntax error it returns cannot be assigned as true. So it was saying the same things. Naming and using variable, always initialize, give value to a variable before using. So for example, if you will not say like if here if you will say you will just remove this x is equals to 10 and you will print this very line, so it won't be getting printed as there will be no x, so where will it point to? There's no clue, it's useless. So if you want me to implement the same thing, so x is equals to x plus 10, print x. So it won't print. Name is not defined. Name error. So name error occurs. Slowly we will be learning what types of errors. So name error is the error which will occur when our program is unable to find the identifier that we are pointing to. But here x, we are saying x is equals to x plus 10, but the value of x is not defined, so it can't be printed. So x is equals to 10. Now it will get to work. Now it will return 20. That's it. For example, you can change the value of a variable anytime by assigning a new value. It's good. We already dealt about that. The old value is forgotten. Suppose for 20, 2025, you can copy and all other things. You can also copy the value of another variable. These are all things that we will slowly learn in the upcoming lectures. Our name error. So name error, I just said here name error we already dealt. So name error occurs when you try to use a variable that Python has never seen before. So basically, I am saying you to bring something from market, like I am saying to bring a vegetable named uh, hmm, any vegetable. Let's say the vegetable name Aadhaar card. So there is no such vegetable named Aadhaar card. So how will you bring? So it's kind of same sort of thing. So we are saying hi. So let's use X, but we are not defining this X. So how will our program understand the what we need to do over here? So let us going ahead. What does it appear? Python reads from top to bottom. That's the key point of interpreter language. So I just said line one, line two, line three. So it goes line number one, two, three, and gradually it comes to the end line. A variable uh, only exists after the line you define it. This is the print line one crash name error. Python has no idea what age is. Then we are writing age. So here we are shown that print age that is written over a line number one, but the age is not defined. So basically, age is a variable, but we have not initialized this variable. We have not declared this variable. Forget about initialization. So how will it do? So it will correct throw name error. So always define your variable before you use them in your code. It's very necessary. Then coming to statement part, a statement is a single line of code that performs an action. So I just said that what's statement? Python executes statement from one by one from top to bottom. Basically, everything you will write over here is statements. Statement one, two, and whatever you write over here is a statement. So in today's class, we will be completing over here itself. I will be giving some questions for the upcoming lesson. So you need to write here questions next lesson. I will be uh, encourage you to solve this. X is equals to 3 print type X. What will this print? And one more question. X is equals to 10 plus 3. X is equal to X plus 10 print X. And the third question that we will be dealing with. So the third question is Y is equals to 1, 2, 3. Y is equals to 5 print Y. So these three questions we will be dealing with the next class whenever we will resume. So I suggest you to practice these three questions. Anyways, I will be dealing with this. I encourage to write the answer in the comment section. Thank you. That's all for today. If you have any feedback or queries regarding this lecture, you are most welcome to write so in the comment section.